Hey y'all, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If not, make it an amazing night. So, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, I read a story about Josh Duggar on Yahoo, and it said the judge released him. So, I read it. I mean, normally I wouldn't care. I knew that he was the pedophile, I knew that he had been arrested, and I didn't think that they would hold him, even though they should have. But anyway, so the lawyer argues that because he, was basically grew up on TV, that his, people would know his face around the world, so that, it would be hard for him to flee. And also, the computer was taken back in November, and he's known of the investigation all this time, so he had time to run. That was the lawyer's argument. The judge says these are very, serious charges, and she was hesitant about releasing him, but she did, with conditions. These conditions are: he can't go live at home with his family, his mother, father, wife, kids, none of that. But he can go to a family friend's house, and he is allowed to go to church. So we'll rewind. When he molested the girls before, 5 or 6, half of them were his sisters. It was his family in the church who covered for him 10 plus years until it came out, and then still nothing happened. He was supposed to have been this changed man. So he's allowed to go to church. Again, the church who covered for him, the church where there will be kids, because people bring their kids to church. He's allowed to go to work. The place where he was watching the child pornography, he's allowed to go back to doing that. It doesn't matter if you took his computer, like, he's obviously smart somewhat. And he's allowed to have unlimited visits with his kids. Now, the judge said this is very serious because some of these girls in these pictures are as young as your daughter, or as young as your kids. So, as the judge, you didn't think, like, this man does not deserve to be on the outside of the prison walls because he is a pedophile, and there's no telling that if he has not already messed with one of his kids. But you're allowing him to go to a family friend's house, a part of the church who covered for him before, go live there, then go let his wife, who is obviously aiding him, I'll get to that, aiding him, and to take their children to see him as much as they want to. The justice system has a lot of issues. If the judge released him and he goes and molests somebody, is the judge, why would the judge, not be, she practically aided him to go, allow him to go mess with someone else. You're a judge for a reason, to make these decisions. Judges make harsher decisions on things that are nowhere near this serious, to keep parents away from their kids, and you're allowing him out of jail. He has to wear an ankle monitor, but that's still, what is that going to show you? Yeah, that could show you where he is. It's not a camera on his peen, or you don't know what he's doing 24/7. It doesn't matter where he is. You're allowing him to be around his kids. And the reason why I feel that his wife is aiding him in this, because they found a software on his computer called Covenant Eyes. And that is supposed to stop you from watching porn or help you quit watching porn. Do we believe that it was regular porn that he was watching? No. So obviously your wife knows that you had a problem, and she laid there to continue to keep giving you not more than one, like not one child, but 6 children. So first it was your family and the church who aided you. Now your wife is saying, "Oh, he's such a changed man, but I had to put this, software on his computer because he has a porn addiction." But he was smarter than her and then downloaded his own software to bypass hers, where it's called Linux partition. So basically, it divides whatever goes on in the computer. It divides it. So she basically wouldn't get that, notice that he's watching porn. He could do whatever he wanted. And he also downloaded a Tor software so that he could access the dark web. Please tell me, what am I missing that I don't feel that this man should be out of prison or out of jail? Like, what part of this is okay? If, like, to me, I mean, the judge is... It drives me crazy to actually hear things like this because, like I said, judges will keep mothers who have, made a mistake, like, a serious mistake, or, a not so serious mistake away from their kids. But then you have judges who will allow pedophiles back on the street. You have judges who will allow domestic abusers back on the street. And then the person who was getting abused and wanted protection from the justice system is now dead because the person you allowed back on the street killed them. At what point in time are we, because you're a judge, you make effed up decisions, they need to start being held accountable. I mean, everybody needs to start being held accountable for the part that they played in someone continuously causing harm to others. And, who knows if his kids will read this someday and see, my mom knew my dad was doing these things and she did not protect us from him, and then find out that he later on in life that he did really touch one of his kids. It took how many years from 2002 to 2015 for it to come out about him molesting his sisters. So it may take a long time for it to come out about him touching his kids, because I'm sure his wife, Anne, obviously was not, she felt her husband was a changed man enough to put software on his computer. So I'm sure she wasn't watching him with his kids, because nobody thinks that a molester is going to molest their own kids until they do. But I mean, this whole situation has me so frustrated. I just wanted to get it out and tell somebody, and I didn't know anybody who would care, actually. And I know my son gets tired of me going on, on rants like this. So I figured I'd just bring it to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. Do you feel that he should have been able to get out of jail? Like, his court date is in July. What does he need to get out of jail for? Like, he's had enough time from November of 2019 till now to, tie up any loose ends. He should have knew his ass was going to prison. Anyway, peace.